Ready for a tax cut? I know a tax cut always sounds good, right? One could be on the way, kind of. And this takes a little explaining, which is why we have a man in here who knows what he's talking about. So the IRS just released new guidelines following President Trump's executive order, you probably heard about, to cut or defer payroll taxes for many working Americans. But there are all kinds of questions. Who gets the cut? Is this something you get to keep? Do you have to pay it back? What does it mean for your taxes next year? So accountant Bob Hockensmith is here with us. Bob, it's always great having you on. Thanks for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. So murky at best. I read this. So when we talk about a payroll tax, it's not necessarily income tax. It's that 6.2% Social Security tax, right?
That is correct, yes.
And your company, from what I've read, would have to make the choice to give you that money for you to participate in this payroll tax holiday.
Actually, I'm telling my clients, my corporate clients, have the individual employee sign whether or not they want that deferral taken, added to their paycheck or taken out of their paycheck, because the employer is the entity that has to pay back the tax January through April of next year. Oh. So some employees might take advantage of this. Other employees go, nope, I have to pay this back. I don't want to deal with this. And they can elect to not have this deferral occur.
So it's everybody's choice right now? So if I wanted to, working here at Fox, or if somebody working down at the grocery store down the street decided I want this deferral, if they reached out to their employer, would the employer have to give it to them?
That is correct.
Oh, yep. Really?
The employer must give it to them at this point. And here's the sad part of it, too, or the good part, depending on how you look at it. The employer is the responsible party, not the employee. The employer is the responsible party for paying this deferred tax back January to April of 2021.
So if
imagine somebody...
Go ahead. I think I'm thinking ahead of you here. If somebody at the end of the year quits, right?
That's it. So if somebody changes jobs, if you have a seasonal employee, if you have somebody who quits, that employer who has deferred the taxes for anything earned from September 1st, not anything paid, but anything earned from September 1st to December 31st, is going to go, well, I'm going to make sure I don't get stuck with this deferred tax, and your last paycheck may be zero, because they're going to collect all that deferred tax that they have to send in.
That makes sense. All right. So besides... we keep talking about, and I have to say, this is both parties. This is not just the Republicans. This is not just the Democrats. Our leaders have been basically borrowing/stealing from that Social Security Trust Fund for decades. What are the long-term implications here on Social Security, if there are any?
So you have to pay into Social Security for 10 years to be eligible for it. But then the way your benefits are determined is what did you earn in the last 35 years prior to requesting Social Security benefits? So this is going to be a blip. This is not going to be a huge change with the individual Social Security benefit. If it went on for a year or two, it would definitely be a change. But because it's only for 3 or 4 months, it's not going to be a big change. But in fact, you're going to be earning or paying into Social Security. If you quit early, you're going to be paying into Social Security less money. So yeah, you might get $10 a month for the rest of your life less because of this if you don't pay it back.
All right, Bob, 30 seconds left. Here's the million-dollar question. If you were somebody making $50,000 a year, would you walk up to your boss and say, give me this deferral right now?
That's a good question, Troy. I would have to say it depends on each individual's economic position. Some people are struggling, even at $50,000 a year. Other people are doing great. Depends on the size of your family and so forth. So some people would say, hey, boss, I need the money. Other people would say, I don't want it because I don't want to have to worry about it in the future. So it depends.
Bob, great talking with you. Good information. Hope to have you on again sometime in the future. Thanks for being here this morning. Troy. Appreciate it.